year, the Evaluation Summer School gives commissioners from across the European community the opportunity to get together and discuss issues which are close to their heart. This year in Gdańsk, Poland, they are invited to reflect on the pitfalls they encounter during the various phases of their evaluation processes. The report provides a lot of evidence, but it is unclear whether we should change or simply improve the current policy. Now let's consider some of the pitfalls that can occur at the end of the evaluation process. The question is, how can we translate the answers to the resulting findings into policy recommendations?
We have a very good report. We have conclusions, quite relevant. We have good results after all the process, but very poor recommendations. What to do with the evaluator?
What I'll say might be a little bit shocking, but evaluators are often not so good at making recommendations. So you can have actually an additional process to the evaluation in which you're working on the recommendations. And that can be a process of taking on board these recommendations, seeing with your colleagues what they want to do with the content of the evaluation to make it useful to them. But that can be also an open process, for instance, with stakeholders, a creative process in which you're developing recommendations. And then the point is really making sure that they are aligned with the content of the evaluation.
One of the reasons recommendations are poor is evaluators don't know that much about the context, either inside which the policy is being made or new developments have to be implemented, nor do they understand the world of the policymaker.
So it's some additional stage after the final report. We still cooperate with our contractor and our stakeholders, and we are trying to develop more useful recommendations to fine-tuning them. Also, we organize recommendation workshops on the stage of draft of the final report with stakeholders, and there are workshops, not panels, not conference, workshops, and we are trying to engage them.
Recommendations is one of the main drivers of this evolution of evaluation practice, that people are having to not think only about what the findings say, but contextualize those findings in the real world of the practitioners and the policymakers, and having to persuade people or understand their world or negotiate with them is part of that.
From the evaluation, we knew that policy implementation was weak for many reasons, and that the expected results were not fully achieved. What would you recommend we do? We now have a robust set of policy implications stemming from the evaluation. We can conclude the report with a chapter containing recommendations, which will be circulated. The evaluation does not end with the report. We must discuss and elaborate on its findings to improve policies and pave the way for policy changes.